St. Joseph Mustangs trying to make it back to the Mink League Championship Series.
You could feel the momentum shift, and they were able to take advantage.
They are the Mink League champions for the 7th time in team history.
The 4th. Paul Liner up the middle, over the glove of Nivens. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score.
And those guys were just so tough all year long, especially towards the end. You know, they got hot when it mattered the most.
The St. Joseph Mustangs are 2021 Mink League champions.
They were super excited for the opportunity to bring a championship back.
Welcome into the St. Joe Mustangs Show presented by Getz Credit Union and Triumph Foods. I'm Chris Roush, happy to be joined by Mitchell Ribberall this year, the Mustangs Show back for year number 2. Mitchell's here along for the ride. You were around the team a little bit last year. You traveled with the team a few times. We were just getting you kind of invested in the team at this point last year too.
Yeah, last year able to come out to a couple games. I even made the trip to Clarinda when they made that upset in the playoffs to play for a Mink League championship. And this year, you know, the Mustangs getting ready for their opening weekend. First game June 1st here at Phil Welch. And it seems like they are pretty excited this year to get things going.
You know, it's a blast for us to put this together. It's a blast for us to see these people. It's a blast for us to see the players and then to actually see the game, the activities that we've got planned. We're just having fun. And so it's a chance for us to go out there and just do what we do best, which is have fun. And I mean it when I say it, like, we're here to have fun. And so that's what I'm really excited about, is a chance for us to have fun again. It's just something we look forward to. And you know, it's 2 months. And you know, it's something special here in St. Joe.
Again, opening day, we're going to repeat it a lot. We're going to beat the drum quite a bit on this one. June 1st, Wednesday, here at Phil Welch Stadium. But before we get to the 2022 season, we need to look back at the 2021 historic season, the way these Mustangs won their 7th Mink League title.
Yeah, what a crazy season that was. They didn't have the best record going into playoffs, but eventually went up to Clarinda, like we said earlier, and beat the team with the best record to play for the Mink League championship. And here's kind of how that season went.
Friday night's win added another trophy to the Mustangs' already incredible run. 7 Mink League titles in 12 seasons.
Basically played in St. Joe my whole life. I don't know, I'm kind of choking up, to be real, but everybody that supported me throughout high school, through college, is all here. I mean, it's basically a hometown crowd.
This season, this playoff run, anything but easy. The Mustangs overcoming early postseason deficits not once, but twice in back-to-back nights.
Chaotic. I've subtracted 10 years off my life and grown gray hairs, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's been so much fun. The most fun I've ever had playing baseball in my life.
The Mustangs didn't lead the league in wins this summer, perhaps making some doubt this group. But in the end, it didn't matter what anyone outside this dugout thought. They found a way to win when it mattered the most.
It's just a bunch of guys who are dogs. I mean, no one likes to lose. They came from winning programs before this, and they didn't like the idea of losing.
We want to do it for the city of St. Joe, so we got to come up clutch, and we did again tonight, so that's why we're the Mink League champions.
The 7th Mink League title perhaps a little more special too, considering the makeup of this team, most local talent ever, and many of these guys in their first year with the Mustangs.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I've watched them win it in 15, 17, 19, and now in 21, but to be a part of it, it's awesome. I mean, everything that you could look forward to as a kid in the city of Savannah or St. Joe, I mean, it's a dream come true for me.
24 months between titles, but the Mustangs still back-to-back champions, hoisting the trophy high at Phil Welch Stadium. St. Joe's team capping off an unforgettable season with an unbelievable championship run.
Oh man, I mean, just sheer joy. That's all I'm going to remember out of this. This is without a doubt the greatest week of baseball I've ever had in my life, and I couldn't ask for a better moment. I couldn't be more blessed. I have great teammates, great coaches, great family. I've had them all to support me throughout all this. It's just going to be one of those memories I look back when I'm 50 and still feel like a kid at heart.
Chris Roush, KQ2 Sports.
And don't go anywhere, because when we return, I sit down with Mustangs outfielder Brady Holden, who's returning for his 3rd season with the Mustangs.
But first, when we come back, we take a look at how Kai Turner became the owner of the St. Joe Mustangs heading into 2022. Welcome back to the St. Joe Mustangs Show, presented by Getz Credit Union and Triumph Foods. Chris Roush, Mitchell Ribberall. And Mitchell, you ever thought about buying a sports team?
You know what? Yes, early high school I did.
How much do you think it would cost you?
Probably a little more. You know, I thought I did in high school, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't even close.
Well, don't give up on your dreams just yet, because someday you could own a team.
That'd be nice.
Just like Kai Turner does. He owns the Mustangs now.
Part of the key to the success has been continuity. Only 2 general managers in club history. First Rick Muntean for 5 years, and then Kai Turner, who worked his way up through the ranks to lead the front office, and now to being the new team owner.
I'm thankful because, you know, obviously I know this business pretty well, and I use the term business loosely because it doesn't feel like work. It's something that I'm passionate about.
From the start, the Mustangs' secret to success, putting a great product on the field while also offering affordable family fun, has been around since the days of the St. Joe Saints.
It's good to go to the ballpark, and I enjoy sitting there and reliving old memories and old times, and seeing a lot of the people that are still going to the ballpark that were fans of the St. Joe Saints.
Keeping the family-friendly part of the fun means a lot to Turner, his own kids growing up around the team in Phil Welch Stadium.
Just, you know, it's really neat that I can come here and get them involved, explain to them what I do at work.
We've had so much fun. We came out even on the weeknights.
2011, 2012, 14, 15, 17, 19, and 2021. The Mustangs able to call themselves champions. But for their fans, they've been champions ever since they brought baseball back to town.
Dan came from somewhere else in some pretty big communities and identified St. Joe, and I think that means something. And so, you know, we could all use a little bit of help in different areas, and Dan was pretty instrumental in doing that for baseball here in St. Joe.
So Kai Turner, now the second owner of the St. Joe Mustangs in the team's history, taking over for Dan Gerson heading into 2022. And Mitchell, this team plays in a pretty historic stadium.
That's what I've been told.
Built in 1939, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But 1939, would you believe me if I said there's someone who remembers that day vividly?
I would kind of doubt it, but if there is, I think we should hear from him.
Well, let's talk to him, the man, Bob Slater.
An interesting trivia question. The first high school player to hit the ball over the fence here, Yogi Berra.
Bob Slater, a retired sports editor, local historian, and St. Joseph Baseball Hall of Famer, can share memories few nowadays can. He remembers what it was like on the night Phil Welch Stadium opened back in 1939. Slater at the time, just 6 years old, and here's one of his fondest memories from that night.
I know I came down here with my grandparents, and at that time we were a Cub Farm Club. The nickname of the team was the Angels that year. Simply, Cubs had Los Angeles was the main farm club, and I guess give the old Angels uniforms. Cheaper putting a new uniform on. The team was not very good, but we lost the opener to Muskogee, 12-11. This ballpark, they call it historic. That makes me kind of wonder a little bit because I'm older than the ballpark. The ballpark's 83 years old. I'm 89. But anyway, the historic Phil Welch Stadium, built a city stadium. They built the basic thing in just 10 weeks.
And don't go anywhere, because when we return, I sit down with Mustangs outfielder Brady Holden, who's on his 3rd season with the Mustangs, trying for another championship. Back here with Brady Holden, Mustangs outfielder. Thank you for joining, Brady.
No problem.
So just to kind of get started, I mean, this is your 3rd year playing for the Mustangs, about to be in. What kind of just draws you to St. Joseph Mustangs?
I mean, the crowd we get is incredible every night. Winning atmosphere, huge thing for me. Being a part of this winning program is a lot of fun. Just all the guys. Getting to play with the same group of guys, a lot of returners from last year, and then a couple returners from the 2019 team. So, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to.
No doubt the Mustangs get the most community support. So just how big is that, just knowing that the community really rallies around you guys?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, even like our opposing teams look forward to come and play here. I mean, it's the reason we're about every Friday, Saturday is a home game, just because everybody in the league wants to come to Phil Welch and play in front of these awesome fans.
Yeah, and I mean, Summer League, hopefully it'll be a little bit better weather than what you guys got during the spring. But just what's kind of your favorite part about being a Mustang and showing up here each summer?
It's definitely the crowds we get. You know, playing at the college level, it's pretty rare to see or get the opportunity to play in front of this type of crowd. And then being a Mustang, I mean, it's just a winning atmosphere. Like, you know, we come here, we're kind of expected to win. So I've been blessed with the 2 years I've played. You know, we've won the championship, so that's our goal for this year 3 for me.
Yeah, and what's kind of the expectations this year? Because you guys, I mean, you beat Clarinda last year in Clarinda, and they were kind of the top team record-wise all season, and then you guys finally beat them in the playoffs, and then you go on and win the Mink League championship. So what's kind of the expectations this year?
I mean, obviously we look to run it back. Like you talked about, our playoff run last year is pretty crazy. You know, we hadn't beat Clarinda all summer, and then we beat them when it mattered most. But yeah, we got a lot of guys coming back from that team, and so we're looking to do it again.
How is that, just being able to see all the guys every summer?
It's a lot of fun, especially growing up. You know, a lot of us knew each other, and then, you know, like you said, parting ways during the season, go doing our own thing. Johnny does a really good job of, you know, staying in attack with us. He follows us throughout our season and stays in contact, which I really appreciate that. Goes back to talking about how he's a really good player coach, and that's why the guys love to play for him.
And I know you said expectation or hope to win, you know, your 3rd championship, but other than that, any expectations? You're kind of just going in just to have some fun?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, end of the day, it's summer ball. We're all looking to get our reps in and just have fun together. But at the same time, you know, we play to win, so that's our biggest goal.
Perfect. And I think that's all I got for you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Brady Holden, one of the many local and returning players on this year's squad. Others include Dawson Smith, a Central graduate, Ike Book, a Lafayette grad, Noah Bodenhausen, a Savannah graduate, Micah Diamond, another Savannah grad, as well as Braden Berry, and recent St. Joe Christian graduate Will Lutz also joining the team this year, and Ty Hilsebeck, who graduated from Savannah.
Still ahead on the show, we take a gander into how the Mustangs operate leading into opening day, and we talk to the man himself, the owner of the St. Joe Mustangs, Kai Turner. Welcome back into the St. Joe Mustangs Show, presented by Getz Credit Union and Triumph Foods. Chris Roush, Mitchell Ribberall, joined by the owner of the St. Joe Mustangs, Kai Turner. Here we go.
Here we go.
Season
Here we
opener.
are. Hello, Mitchell and Chris.
Hello.
Chris and Mitchell.
I like
Chris.
Mitchell and Chris.
I'm Chris.
Yeah. Whose name does go first in this?
I think it's Chris because
Mitchell,
no, it's alphabetical, and I'm older.
Okay, you are older. It shows. That was a compliment. I mean, you're very mature.
You're really just starting off on a hot note, aren't we? We really are.
But, you know, it won't be hot here, Phil Welch. It's going to be a nice 75 degrees, so we're excited to see you guys out here. It's going to be it's a nice little bubble that we have, so have no fear. Don't listen to anyone's weather broadcasts. It is perfect here every day.
Never rains at Phil Welch.
We don't use that word.
Which one?
I can't say it, so I guess you're going to have to, that's
Figure it out?
a game for another day.
All right, so week 1, right around the corner.
Yeah, Mitchell had a question for me.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mitchell.
How's it going?
The true star of the show.
Yes,
I'll
I
just sit
couldn't
this one
agree
out.
more. How's it feel just to get ready for the opening season?
Well, Mitchell, that's a great question, and I appreciate you asking it.
No problem.
But, you know, it's a little, obviously it's a lot of exciting, a little bit nervous. You know, we go out there and make sure everything's tended to, like a farmer, if you will. And so we hope that our plants grow and bloom and look beautiful on opening day. But you know, we have a new staff and we're still figuring some stuff out. We're doing some new stuff, whether it's a name change or some new fun things. Even like when our gates open, we're doing some different stuff this year too.
We talked about this earlier in the show too, and just kind of how we've gotten to this point, you buying the team during the off season and going back to the beginning, 2008, when Dan Gerson kind of got this going with Rick Muntean and everything along the way. To see where this organization has come from, and you've been here since day one, just what does it mean to you to kind of now, you're fully in charge of how this looks now? I mean, you had Dan gave you a lot of, hands-on opportunities before too.
Fully in charge is a loose term. There's a lot of people responsible for this. It's like fathering a kid. I like to use analogies here. So now I just planted a farm as a farmer, and now I'm back to raising a child. So, Chris, what I'd tell you, sounds like you found the word. And so, for us here, it's just like, it's not just me. Yeah, I do some stuff, but there's so many different people involved, whether it's on the obviously the baseball side, to taking care of the field, the concessions, and all the magic that happens in the press box. There's so many different people involved in this, to the magic in the stands or on your television right now. So so many people are involved in that, and so just making sure we're all on the same page. But it's like a kid. I am the parent of a child, but there's so many people, whether it's grandparents or aunts and uncles and teachers, principals, YouTube, that are responsible for raising them. So there's a lot of people who have a hand in the Mustangs as well.
Before we get out of here, I have one more question that pertains to Mitchell. How can he throw out a first pitch?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can we get him to do that?
Oh, you're asking me? I thought you were asking Mitchell. I was going to say with his arm.
Like just throw it.
Yeah, he decides which arm to throw with, and then the ball just comes out and Chris.
Cross plate.
Yeah, and so anyway, that's how. I mean, the day that Mitchell will throw out the first pitch is the same day that Mike Braciano will sing the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. So if Mike will do that, Mitchell will throw out the first pitch. There it is. Boom. You're watching. Call 1-800-KQ2 and let's make it happen. Ask for Mike directly and let him know what we want to see.
That will do it for week one with Kai Turner, the owner of the Mustangs. We have plenty more still to come on the show. Welcome back to week one of the St. Joe Mustangs Show. I'm glad I wore a coat. You did not.
A little cold.
Are you?
A little chilly.
Put us out here a little bit longer then.
Okay, that's fine. That works.
Oh, sorry. We'll move ahead then.
Okay.
How good do you think you are at trivia?
I thought coming in I would be pretty good at trivia. Well, I don't know how well I actually was.
All right, well, we're going to find out because we have an entire new segment this year for the St. Joe Mustangs Show. Blaze Kemper, huge Mustangs fan. He's actually going to be working with the Mustangs this summer. He worked for them last year too. He's grown up around the Mustangs. He loves the team. This is called Blaze's Battleground. Mitchell, you're trying to take Blaze one-on-one in trivia. Whoever has the most right answers wins. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Great, 1 second. Okay, here we go. Blaze, question number one. What year did the St. Joe Mustangs play their first season?
2009.
Correct. Mitchell, who won the 2021 Mink League title?
St. Joe Mustangs.
I was hoping you would get that right. All right, Blaze, question number two. How many Mink League titles have the Mustangs won?
7.
That's correct. What year did Phil Welch Stadium open?
1952.
Way off. That's wrong. Blaze, who holds the Mustangs single season home run record?
I'm going to guess Cole Silbowski.
Incorrect. It's Johnny Coy.
Johnny Coy, okay.
Mitchell, St. Joseph native Noah Cameron was drafted by which major league team?
The Royals.
That's correct. Blaze, who is the lone Royals player in the MLB Hall of Fame?
George Brett.
That is correct. We are down to the final two questions each. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Who did the Rams beat in the Super Bowl?
Which one? Cincinnati.
Blaze, your last question for the title. Who was the starting third baseman for the Royals in 2015 when they won the World Series?
Mike Moustakas.
That is correct. All right, you get this question right, you tie, and I hate ties.
Okay.
Who won the 1954 World Series?
1954? The Dodgers.
That is incorrect. The New York Giants. Blaze is still the champion. You were bad at that.
That was bad.
1954.
Was it 19? Yeah.
New York Giants.
Yeah, I thought it would have been the Dodgers. Was an educated guess.
It was. That's why I didn't pick 1955.
Yeah. I should have got the Phil Welch when it was built as well.
Because we already talked about that.
We talked about it quite a bit leading up to
1939.
Today. But congrats to Blaze, week 1 winner. We'll see if I can come back and get him in a couple weeks.
And we'll wrap things up here on our first show. Remember, June 1st, open day for the St. Joe Mustangs here at Phil Welch Stadium. Come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll both be here, probably. You may actually be at state baseball next week, too. We'll have to find out, too, because
yeah, possibly.
Baseball. That's what we have right now. But the Mustangs, June 1st, here at Phil Welch Stadium. Final thought?
Happy to be here. Let's get the season rolling.
He's always happy to be here. We'll see you next time.